Okay, here we go. Let's jump right in. It is in other news with me. I'm your host, Mike Russell. I appreciate you being here. We got a lot to cover today. There's a lot going on, a lot of things being uncovered. And we usually find it after I don't know, a debate, an election, well, mostly after a debate or a big like campaign rally or an interview or a town hall. The dust settles pretty quickly. The pundits jump out quickly and they say this is who won the debate and this is who did this and this is who did this and said this and this person lied, that person lied. And then the dust settles. And then sunlight comes on. Sunlight jumps in and says, here's the truth of it all. And this is where we're at right now. Right where the dust has settled after the campaign. I'm sorry, after the debate. And now we're seeing where the real lies were. And I'll kick the show off, and I have zero problem with doing this, is kicking the show off with going back to the asinine actions, even selection of not only the network, but the moderators. I used to be a fan of David Muir. Thought he was fantastic. What's up, Rhonda? I used to be a fan. Definitely not anymore. I lost all respect for him. I don't watch him. My sister used to watch him, and I'd go over and she'd have, that news on, ABC Evening News, and I'd just kind of sit and chat with her and watch it. And I always respected him. Gone now. The other moderator, no one really got after, but somebody, thank God for the internet. Thank God for PBS. Thank God for, not PBS, for C-SPAN. Thank God for holding on to everything, because there's nothing you can get away with now. It's all archived, and it is all searchable. How about this little trinket? And I want to see if you catch it, because this is on Inauguration Day. This is January 6th. This is January 6th, 2021. This is I just want you to see if you catch it. Here we go.
Robin Roberts is right. It's a sorority thing.
Okay, Lindsay Davis. They're talking about the white pearls that Kamala will be wearing. So George Stuffing Envelopes is asking the moderator from the other night about the white pearls. Here we go.
Lindsay Davis, Robin Roberts is right. It's a sorority thing. I don't understand it all. So you have to explain it to everybody. Sure. You're a sorority sister of Kamala Harris.
Right. Well, pearls are a symbol of.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Here we go.
Understand it all. So you have to explain it to everybody. Sure. You're a sorority sister of Kamala Harris.
Right.
You're a sorority sister of Kamala Harris. Not only, I do, there's got to be lawsuits. How is this even? How did this happen? It is on a network that the president introduced Kamala Harris to the first, second gentle dork, whatever soy boy name you want to give him. And now one of the moderators is quite literally a sorority sister of Kamala Harris. Head thoughts, whatever. Looked like the moderator had a mustache. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to move on from his head thought. It just jumped out. Sorry. I'm beside myself. That is absolute not. And somebody dug this up. God love them. Dug this up from Inauguration Day. Dug this up from Jan 6th. Dug this up and listen to stuff in envelopes.
So you have to explain it to everybody. Sure. You're a sorority sister of Kamala Harris. Right.
You are a sorority sister of Kamala. Damn Harris. I am baffled by that. How does that slide? And how does people think we don't get that? We're not going to see that. We are going to see that. We will find that. Legacy media is gone, is done, is dead. It's over for them. I have no idea why just streaming doesn't take over completely. Streaming and podcast is it. We are no longer going to watch inaugurations on ABC, CBS, any of that kind of stuff. You're going to watch it through people live streaming. You're going to watch it through live streamers. That's it. It's done. Look, it takes a lot to offend me. It really does. You talk about my parenting, you're probably going to offend me a little bit. It takes a good amount to offend me. This is offensive because I'm speaking on behalf of we the people. This is offensive. This is This is the worst there is. What's up, Jose? This is the worst. Truman, how you doing? It is. Truman's right. This is crap. A sorority sister, sorority sister of Kamala Harris is the moderator for the presidential debate. I'm blown away. Grizz, don't worry about it. Grizz, we're happy you're here. But if you just missed it, Grizz, we just, there's George Stephanopoulos coverage from the inauguration day saying that the moderator from the debate is Kamala Harris's sorority sister. How it's allowed to happen. So here's the things that are making me scratch my head in all of this. And there's so much to cover today. The little soy boy attorney general of the United States of America was out talking about how sad he is that people are talking trash about his weaponized DOJ. We got to get to that as well. But here's the things having me scratch my head. Judge Merchant, his daughter makes about her business, makes about $150 million a year from Democrat campaigns. How is that allowed to even happen? How is that person still a judge? The Trump attorney said, you need to recuse yourself. This is not, your daughter is literally on the take from the Democrat Party, including Kamala Harris. This is election interference. You can't do this. Nope. Judge is there. Who is that Bozette, that little slappy that accused Trump of maybe, if she remembers right, kind of making him feel uncomfortable sexually at one time? She's accused 13 men of the same thing, taking them to court. Wealth abound. How is this even, how is it allowed? The one thing that I'm like, okay, thank God that happened. They threw the documents case out. They threw the top secret documents case out. It's Donald Trump. And the only reason why they did that, they had to do it politically. They had to do it politically because the judge, the Democrat judge, said, yeah, Biden shouldn't have had any of those, and it is actually a crime, but he's too stupid to stand trial. He's not mentally fit to stand trial. So they pulled the case against Trump. Smart, but it was all politics. I am so blown away by the just obvious nature, right out front nature of all of this. And I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a warning. It's going to happen. Just mark my words, it's going to happen. When Donald Trump wins, because don't believe these polls you're seeing, they're not neck and neck, they're not tied. Donald Trump is up 25 points with independents in Michigan. That has the Democrats freaking out. When Donald Trump wins the presidency, what's the Jack, what's his name? Don't Grizz. Is coming after Donald Trump. He will be sentenced in November, and he will be the Congress, the House and the Senate will move to remove Donald Trump from office. I promise that will be the case. I promise. E. Jean Carroll, thank you, Grizz. That will be the case. Jamie Raskin, Congressman Raskin, already said that at some bookstore little talk that he was going to do. What a dork. But it's this little talk that he was doing. He said, we are prepared to take these steps that he is an illegitimate president, even if he's elected and he's inaugurated. Not kidding. Guys, this is absolute madness. And my fear of that, the Jamie Raskin plan, my fear of that is that's what would bring us to very bad situations across the country. People will be harmed. They don't care. They live in the bubble. They think they're the most self-righteous slappies in the world. They quite literally think that their actions will just lead to Democrat rule and a better society, instead of we're going to continuously weaponize the DOJ. We're going to cheat as much as we can. And if the other side wins, we are going to continue lawfare and skirt the will of the people. And if you think that the Democrats won't do that, they just did. Donald Trump pointed it out during the debate. He said, Biden got 14 million votes in the primary. You didn't get one. How am I a threat to democracy? Here you stand. You guys, what do you say? They kicked him out like a dog. It's the truth. But I'm telling you, the fact that they believe that we won't as a people, or we will as a people, just sit down and take it. You know, I know you did your experiment with COVID, which is our next topic, by the way. Your experiment with COVID, and it worked, but it's a little too close, still a little too tender to basically make us sit down and take it like we had to with COVID. Not going to happen, y'all. Not going to happen. Speaking of COVID, not going to mention any names, but there's been a strain. I don't know what variant we're on. It's so funny that people still even mention variants. The more things change, the more they stay the same. With those that were the most adamant about 6 degrees of separation, or 6 feet of separation. I need some coffee. Hang on, I get it. Social distancing, plexiglass, masks. The same people that were the most ardent about COVID, about following the rules, and those were the ones ratting out their neighbors, writing their congressmen, calling their congressmen, their senators, lock this thing down, except for me. They, at the time, I'll never forget this. What was it called? They were in your circle, your COVID circle, your COVID bubble. Remember this? That it was such a joke that all of these people that were so self-righteous and, oh, we need a vaccine, and oh, I won't take a Trump vaccine, but we need a vaccine, and oh, you left your house. How dare you? Did you get tested? Did you test today? Did you test today? There were the people that were mucking up all the lines to actually get tested because they want to make sure that they weren't asymptomatic. They were the people that were having barbecues and parties. It's okay because they're in my circle. It's okay. They bent the rules when it came to COVID for them. They bent the rules and make it fit their lifestyle. Y'all, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed one little bit. I remember talking to a good friend of mine saying they had a play date over at their house, and it was because it's okay that they were in our circle. Did you guys ever see I believe it's on Netflix, the glass pineapple, the glass something? It had Ed Norton Jr. in it. It had my brain's just absolutely frying today. It had Ed Norton Jr. in it. Glass Onion had Daniel Craig in it. It's fantastic, funny as hell. Kate Hudson's in it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was an underrated movie. Actually, they're making another one. But Kate Hudson is like some starlight. You know, she's an actress. She's famous. She's just got, all the money in the world. The movie started. It's taking place during COVID, during the lockdowns. And she's the first scene of her. She's having an entire house party. It's this entire house party. And she goes, oh, it's okay. They're in my bubble. They're in my circle, or whatever the hell it was. That says so much for what is currently happening, as Chris said, today. Still happening. This COVID going through the fam bam. It was a day of I don't know, do we even test? Who cares? I don't care. The only reason why I wanted to test was that if I had it, I had to take the Schmeiber-Schmecktin, and I didn't want to waste my Schmeiber-Schmecktin if I didn't have the Rona. See, that's the only reason I would test, because I got my little supply, right? Mexican pharmacies are fantastic, but I have a supply. I don't want to waste it, especially if the next big whatever comes out that they're freaking out. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. But it's no big deal. Go to school still, go to work, just get out of here. What are you going to do? It's okay because the variants are less now. No, they're not. No, they're not. Nothing's changed. Not one thing has changed except for that big experiment by the ruling class is over. That's all it is. But Mike, I had someone die of COVID. Yeah, that's sad. I had someone in my family die of the flu. I get it. It sucks. I totally understand that. COVID was deadly. COVID took a certain group of people, certain groups of people, and just jacked them. It did. I mean, I remember when I had COVID. I didn't get a shot, didn't get a booster, didn't anything like that. When I had COVID, I thought I was done. I was in the clear. thanks to a certain medication that I can't say properly on there. But I went and mowed the lawn like 2 days later. I got done like a quarter of the lawn. I was quite literally leaning against the wall trying to catch my breath. Look, I'm not saying COVID wasn't a thing. COVID was a thing. And COVID jacked people up that didn't have tight immune systems and weren't in shape. And I mean, they really screwed with some people. What I'm saying is that nothing has changed with COVID. Not a thing has changed. It's the people that changed. A certain group, almost damn near half of this country is like, I didn't change. I didn't change when he was going. I was just doing my thing. I knew what it was. I took precautions, but I mean, come on. We weaponized our kids. Remember that? You can't send the kids to school. They're going to get COVID and come back and kill grandma. Like there were these asymptomatic COVID bombs. It was absolutely crazy. Nothing has changed still to this moment. The same people that were so ardent and so, posting on social media about vaccines and posting on social media about how they're doing things right and their mask is right and your mask is wrong and all of that, that entire time, they were fitting the system, their world, their lifestyle. They were taking what they thought, oh, no, well, I read that you can do this, and I read that you can do this just to fit their lifestyle. Still doing it to this moment. Still doing it. San Diego, pick up more passengers. What? None of the masks. Oh, hey, I was wearing a mask. How about done with that? Why aren't they wearing masks anymore? One of the people I'm talking about, by the way, was like, oh, no, I'm going to go to a meeting, but I'll wear a mask. I'm like, stop it. Yeah. It's okay. So we got 2-tier. What are we talking about? You guys said 2-tier. You guys are triggering me right now. Nancy went and had her hair did. You been darn right. She had her hair did. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. This is absolutely crazy. 6 feet of safe space. I love it. Rules for thee and none for me. And that's the truth of the matter. It really is, Ron. Yeah. So I have to tell you, just I don't know how you can look at how we are today with COVID and look back to where we were 3 years ago and go, you know what? I don't see a problem here, because there was a problem. There's completely a problem. So I'm going to leave it at that before I get into a ton of trouble. Let's get to that absolute knucklehead of a soy boy that we have running our DOJ.
Public officials across the country. Over the past 3.5 years, there has been an escalation of attacks on the Justice Department's career lawyers.
The reason why, soy boy, is because you literally have acted like a bunch of weaponized slappies.
Agents and other personnel that go far beyond scrutiny, criticism, and legitimate and necessary oversight of our work. These attacks have come in the form of conspiracy theories.
This poor little soy boy, look at him. Look at this poor guy. Look at this poor guy. You go, you just blow this guy over. This guy just commands no respect. He commands no presence at all. He's reading a teleprompter and he's trying to look sad. Oh no, don't worry, Lynn. We're getting to the Haitian cat ears. Don't you worry about that. But this guy looks so sad because somebody's saying bad things about his department.
Dangerous falsehoods, efforts to bully and intimidate career public servants by repeatedly and publicly singling them out.
Yes, exactly what we are doing. There's why I don't understand why there's a problem with that. I really don't. Let me hear him say it.
Intimidate career public servants by repeatedly and publicly singling them out.
Yes, not career public servants, career politicians. We're going after career politicians for being the slappies that they are, and we will continue to call them out as much as we possibly can.
And threats of actual violence.
Ain't no threats of violence, you knucklehead. And by the way, as just a streamer or as a terrestrial radio host, I have had threats of violence against me a billion times. Dude, chill out.
Through your work, you have made clear that the Justice Department will not be intimidated by these attacks. But it is dangerous.
Okay.
And outrageous
that you have
to endure them.
Oh,
It is dangerous to target and intimidate individual employees of this department solely for doing their jobs.
listen to this. Can you believe this is America? This is America's top cop. This is America's attorney general. And he's up here crying about, and you said mean things, and it just, you said mean things. And one guy threatened me. This is our top cop. Continue, Merrick.
And it is outrageous that you have to face these unfounded attacks because you are doing what is right and upholding the rule of law.
No, you're not.
You deserve better.
Oh,
You deserve gratitude for
what?
the.
What do you deserve gratitude from? He goes on to say that there's no such thing as a two-tiered justice system. We follow one set of rules, and it's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of nonsense. This guy is quite literally, Merrick Garland is crying, I mean, just short of tears reading the teleprompter about how hypersensitive these people are that are supposed to be, they're supposed to be cops, supposed to be tough, supposed to go after the truth, supposed to protect the innocent. You said bad things about us, so bad. But I got to tell you that this is election interference. To the nth degree, he is responding to Donald Trump saying that the DOJ has been weaponized, and they have. And Merrick, can I have a follow-up from the back here? Mike Russell in other news. How you doing? When you started to go after parents, your DOJ memo started going after parents that were going to school board meetings, talking about critical race theory, speaking out against it. You decided to form a list. Well, let's see what parents are going, see what they've got going on in their taxes. Let's go see what they got. Let's go knock on their door. Wonder if they have a little visit by the feds. Why didn't it come out that your daughter, it's either your daughter and your son-in-law or your son and your daughter-in-law, one of the two, were the people making the teaching material for critical race theory? How did that not come out? Again, it goes back to like the Judge Merchant. It goes back to this absolute asinine hypocrisy, two-tier, whatever you want to call it, conflict of interest at best. It is absolute craziness. And Lynn, we have some fun stuff coming up on that in a bit here. And Kim, he does. He sounds so scared. So it sounds intimidating. He is intimidated because he's just kind of scared. He's not really. This little soy boy is our top cop. I'm blown away by this. Deep state, Rhonda, is I don't even know if that's I don't even know if that's close to the truth. It's get deeper in a lot. Deep state actually seems like something that's manageable. You can't manage a intimidated, weak, spineless attorney general. Drives me batty. Patrick, that's exactly why he wasn't on the Supreme Court. They knew what. By the way, that move to put Merrick Garland by Barack Obama. Well, Merrick Garland's down the middle. It's right down the middle. Good guy. Merrick Garland was put up by Barack Obama as a he knew he was not going to be nominated. He was basically a patsy. And he knew that he was going to goad the Republicans into not giving him a fair shake when Barack in kind of in the lame dunk session of Barack Obama's 8-year tenure. So that's what it was. Merrick Garland was never going to be on the Supreme Court. Merrick Garland was always going to get some sort of position like this. That's why the first shot at Attorney General was Merrick Garland. It just was. Merrick Garland. Oh, but okay. So tell me it's not. I want somebody to tell me this is not election interfering, because you take a portion of the debate and moments later you have a teleprompter speech written by the Attorney General saying that, no, we aren't weaponized at all. No, we're not. And that rhetoric is mean. It's interfering in an election. It's what it is. All right. Well, Lynn's goading us into this. So I'm going to do it. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's get into this this Haitian problem. I told you what's happening, and now let me be. I'm going to be very serious before I get to the funny part of this all. The Haitian community in Haiti and here in the United States, well, the migrant community in the United States, they're quite literally eating cats and dogs. It is what it is. They're doing it for two reasons, and I'm being dead serious about this. Please, I really am being serious. It is part of a giant portion of their religion, which is a form of voodoo, where they consume the animal and they use the blood and the bones for some sort of ritual, some sort of prayer, some sort of whatever it is to bring good luck. I'm not kidding, people. You can fact check me all day long on this. That is what they do. And to see a cat run around in Haiti, it's okay. There you go. Boom. That's this cat. They don't understand because they've just been brought here and dropped here by this administration. Literally, Kamala Harris, 100,000 protective status Haitians dropped right in there. So you expect them to, okay, now you're here. You need to abide by our culture, abide by our laws, and those little kitty cats and dogs, those belong to someone else, and they're not yours. The department is too busy teaching the other communities that you don't beat and rape women. It's the truth of the matter. Do not harass, beat, and rape women. That is part of the migration system here, that men are taught that. Now they have to teach the Haitians, no kitty cats. So what that's telling them is you can come here, but you can't practice your religion. What is that? That's just craptastic planning by the Biden administration that just doesn't care. They just wanted migrants here. And why did they want the Haitian migrants here? They're literally doing that, by the way, and they are proud. If you ask a Haitian, do you kill cats? Do you kill and consume cats? Yeah, it's their religion. That's like asking someone, do you go to church on Easter? Asking a Christian, a Catholic, whatever, do you go to church on Easter? Yeah, of course I do. Like, oh, that's offensive in some countries. I don't care. I go to. Do you eat cats? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Protector in Korean. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, Jim. In some cultures, eating a dog, the soul of the dog, which look at that, gives you the soul of the dog. Interesting. But in a lot of ways, in a lot of this is just food. Understand, Haiti is the poorest nation in the hemisphere. So grabbing a cat and grabbing a dog, grabbing a goose, grabbing a duck for food ain't no thing. It's really, they're good at capturing them. I hunt, y'all, and I have so many like Canadian geese out here by the golf course, and I got a bunch of ducks and things like that. I can't catch them. I can shoot them at a distance, but I sure as hell can't roll up and catch them. I don't think I can. That's some talent. But they're catching the kitty cats and they're catching the dogs and they're consuming them, and they're doing so proudly, not because they're evil people, not because they want to stick it to America and screw these rich neighbors of mine. No, this is their life. This is what they do. It's facts, y'all. Susanna, I appreciate you saying that. It's known facts. It is. So the stupidity of Muir, we talked to the city manager. The city manager? When's the last time you ever heard any city manager making a decision? City manager. Give me this nonsense. So thank God for the internet, because this is the new trending social media thing.
The dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
This is number one trending right now. TikTok.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating
I'm
the
going.
dogs.
I'm doing one of
Eat
these.
the cat.
Come on.
Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs.
This guy's got
They're
a
eating
food
the
down,
cats.
too. He's like, get it,
Eat
kid.
the
Get it,
cat.
son. Get it.
Eat the
Get it.
cat. They're eating the dogs. They're
You got a
eating
little
the
cat. He's
cats.
got taco de gato right there.
Eat the cat.
He's got his taco de gato right there. Nice finish. Like that. It is the truth, guys. There's so many videos, so many things going on. And if Trump doesn't put that in, he's got to put that in a commercial. That is absolutely hysterical. I don't know if you guys have seen this around the valley. Let me see if I can convert this to a PDF quickly, and we can go from there. But have you seen the billboards around town? There's 12 billboards that have come up here. Let me go ahead and save this. And of course, it didn't save properly, so we go to the edit function here, and we wait for that to happen. But anyway, so the billboards around town, there's actually 12 billboards, and we're going to go ahead and save. There we go. We're going to do this, save it, get this save. There we go. Converting, please convert it. Orale. Yeah, that didn't work. So anyway, I tried to show you a picture of the billboards, and I would just try to share my screen here, but I just don't know if I can pull this off here. Hold on, let's see your file. I apologize, guys. Again, this is whole prep thing, Lynn. I appreciate it. I can hear Lynn right now say this. I hear Lynn saying that right now. We're going to go ahead and go to desktop. Boom. Yep. Save it. Boom. Yep. We're going to replace it. I think I got this, gang. All right, here we go. See? But if you've seen, there's billboards around town that are fantastic. We're going to do this. I stop. Here we go. Come on. Mike pulling one off. I'm Grizz. Oh, yeah. See, I need an intern. I know exactly, right? Seen these? There's 12 of these in the valley. There's 12 of these in the valley right now. I'm not kidding. Eat less kittens. Vote Republican. See, now wasn't it worth it? Rhonda, wasn't worth it, Grizz? The little wait there? Yeah. I need a 14-year-old. Yeah, Patrick, I'm telling you. It was worth it, though, I'm telling you. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. See, I'll explain it some other time. But anyway, this is what's going on right here in the Valley. So the Republican Party is just getting savage. I absolutely love this. But hey, we are so, you guys, stop with this intern thing. I'm telling you, I got it. I can push buttons. Kind of. I can push buttons, kind of. Anyway, it's a real thing. I'm glad this is happening because more and more is being exposed, and more is being exposed by the day, by the minute on this whole Kamala Harris debate thing. So you guys even got me saying intern when I'm just trying to talk about debate. Ay. Is it decompression session time yet? Holy cow. Yeah, and you're right, Jim. The Republicans need to pull off the gloves. Gloves need to come off. But let's get back to the Haitians here. Check this out. The goal of the Democrats, you can't take me off of this one. The goal of the Democrats was to get them all driver's licenses. Once they got driver's licenses, they can vote. They can register to vote, get a driver's license, register to vote. That's how it is, period. So these Haitians that come in, you understand, you're handing them a driver's license in order to get their vote to win the White House. You're not understanding that you're handing a Haitian a driver's license that doesn't know how to drive. Springfield, let's go back to the ground zero of the Haitian migrant crisis and check this out.
Whose car? Who did this?
Me.
You did this?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is the third wreck today. We got to do something about this. We need Anthony Harris for Stark County Mayor. This is the third time this has happened today. This is the third time.
Look at that. Is that in a tree? Oh, looked like it was in a tree for a second. Yeah. This is what you have to get people from another country to drive.
Anthony for mayor.
Look at this. Look at this.
What?
Guys, this is a day in the life right now where these people live.
This is the fourth wreck today. This is the fourth car collision.
That's the fourth.
This is the fourth. This is the fourth wreck involving the New Americans. How did this happen?
Because we are just turning right exactly.
Did you not see the car?
Actually, he was the one who should have seen us because we give him the signal.
You give him signal.
No, this is this lane. He can turn into here. You can't turn into here.
No, we wasn't right here. Oh. We was on the light right here, and they give us a green light to turn. We turn exactly on the same side we should turn.
So you're saying this is his fault?
Yes.
Yes.
Because we give him the signal.
Because Kamala said it is. Because Kamala said.
It looks like he was in this lane, and then y'all was in that lane, and y'all turned into here. And because like y'all hit him, he didn't hit y'all.
He hit us, not us. He hit us.
No, he hit y'all.
Wasn't me.
Exactly.
Bro, look at the. All right, I'm not. I'm just. So it's his fault.
So basically, are you filming us exactly because we don't want to do any videos or nothing?
Sorry, sweetie, you're going viral. Look at that, son of a. Look at the day, y'all.
First one I got today. Fuck.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Guys, it's real. It's happening. It's just, it is real. You're giving these migrants driver's licenses. And that's why there's certain stereotypes where I'm from in Southern California. There's certain stereotypes. Because there are people that come here legally for business, that come here legally, and I'm not going to say where from, but they are notoriously terrible drivers. And it's because they literally grew up in a culture in a nation where driving isn't that common. And so they come here, they're paid these big salaries, they're great at taking tests, they pass the test, they get these big giant Mercedes, and they start driving around, and they don't understand the flow of the road. They don't understand the flow of driving, kind of the stuff that we do, because we grew up in the backseat of cars, right? As kids. And then we just grew, we started driving cars. We understand the flow of traffic. Now you're just going to grab a bunch of Haitians and give them a ton of money, perfect credit, and a driver's license, and they go get their car, and then away they go. I mean, that was my first question. I hope y'all were coming with me on that. What the hell they get money for a car? There's a lot of people stressing out right now because their cars, got maybe facing a couple $1,000 repair bill for their car. They're like, I can't afford a new car in this market. How are these Haitians getting cars? Not insured either. Grizz, you're damn right. And though these poor people, okay, so everyone around the citizens that are driving around these accidents getting hit by these people that don't have insurance, all of their insurance is going up. All of their insurance is going sky high. And it's so much so that I'm telling you, the Allstates and the State Farms and all of that, where you at, Jake? They're going to pull out of the entire state. They're going to pull out of the area. They're going to say, we're not going to insure people in this area. There's no cost benefit for us here. Remember during Obamacare, right here in Arizona, we had no insurers. They all pulled out. The Obama administration had to give Blue Cross, I believe it was, a hell of a sweetheart deal to stay here in Phoenix. I mean, in Arizona. Yeah. Yeah. We need Frank to. Could you imagine Fridays with Frank? That would be amazing. Just to send him out there and just. I stand on the mountain of truth. Yeah. Yeah. State Farm Jake's at home defending his cats. Yes. Yeah. Stay back. Yeah, so it's unbelievable what we're seeing, but it's real. You guys, it truly is real. And it's something that we I don't know if you need to be made to feel better about it. I mean, just go back to that.
The cats, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dog.
That is so damn catchy. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. That is so much fun to me. What is this?
Let's talk some politics.
Oh, okay. I actually, I was wondering. Sometimes it just shows up as a blank screen. How about this? Kamala Harris. Remember when she said that the major Nobel laureates, she got that crap from Biden. These Nobel laureates said that my economic plan is better than yours, Donald Trump, right? Remember she was saying that? Then she said, Goldman Sachs. Remember she talked about which we call government Sachs. It's just whatever. Goldman Sachs is Goldman Sachs because they're so in bed with the government. They might as well be the Fed. So the CEO sat down to an interview and talked about really? Are we going to do that?
Was last night. Not sure if you had a chance to see it or not. Your own economic team, of course, has made news of late, suggesting that the bigger boost to growth would come from the Harris economic plan, at least over the first couple of years.
Now that you hear this idiot of a interviewer. So he said, "Oh, your own economic team." He's like, "It ain't my economic team."
Years. She mentioned it last night. You feel the same?
So that report, which was mentioned last night in the debate, came from an independent analyst.
Came from an independent analyst, not even Goldman. It came from an independent analyst. And she claims Goldman Sachs says I do this. Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, Scott. I think a lot.
Oh, wait, and I think she did this afterwards. Jeez, killing me, Smalls.
More has been made of this than should be. What the report did is it looked at a handful of policy issues that have been put out by both sides.
A handful, mind you. Yeah.
And it tried to model their impact on GDP growth.
Remember what St. Fauci said about models. Models are only as reliable as the information you put, the assumptions you put into it.
The reason I say a bigger deal has been made of it is what it showed is the difference between the sets of policies that they put forward was about 0.2%.
0.2%.
Okay,
My
so
policy's better
economy
than
grows.
yours. Goldman Sachs agrees. Yeah. Again, after the dust settles, this is what happens.
Okay, if you took these particular sets of policies they looked at, and by the way, we have no idea whether these policies, these things that are talked about will ultimately be implemented, what was the growth impact? And the differential was 0.2%.
0.2%. It's like, dude, just Slappy, don't bring that crap to me. It's exactly what the CEO of Goldman Sachs is saying. Don't. I'm one of the most powerful men in the world. Don't bring your crap to me that Kamala said that my economic team is backing her policy. It was a lie. There's so many damn lies that came from that woman. And now we found out that one of the moderators was her sorority sister on a network that the president is her best friend that introduced her to her husband. And we expect anything different. We expect anything different. I am and always have been. I didn't even care about the kerfuffle with Trump and Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly is fantastic. She's solid. She is just a rock. She is and had is either Maxim or GQ model thing. Not that I noticed, but yeah, I noticed. So Megyn Kelly she's the queen of truth bomb now. This is what she is. She's just going scorched earth on the entire media apparatus because she, the night of the debate, lost her bleeping mind. And you know she's no fan of Trump. Her and Trump had beef. Now she's on the Trump train because she's like, these people are animals. What in the world? Trump's the only thing that can save this. She kind of turns her tune here. But she's as cool as a damn cucumber. As my man from ESPN used to say, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Check this out.
The final nail in the coffin will be
if Trump wins again.
That'll be the end.
Yes, because they'll do.
Look at her as she's taking a sip. She's just like, if Trump wins again, final nail in the coffin.
What do you think the final nail in the coffin will be?
If Trump wins again.
That'll be the end.
Yes, because they'll do the same thing they did.
She's talking about the media.
Everything will be negative.
I'm sorry. Let me start again because she's talking about the media. What would end the media as we know it?
What do you think the final nail in the coffin will be?
If Trump wins again.
That'll be the end.
Yes, because they'll do the same thing they did the first time. Everything will be negative. He will be the devil incarnate. They will find their oppositional, media roots again, which they totally forgot during the Biden years. Hello, we have a whole White House press corps that didn't figure out he was being visited regularly by a Parkinson's doctor. Do you think they'd miss that with Trump? My point is they had no interest in finding out anything bad about Joe Biden. So I do think they'll just drive more people away. But they're already dying. Their ratings right now in primetime, they're pulling in 500,000. I mean, I know you dwarf that in your numbers, and I certainly do as well. Now they get maybe 1/4 of what they used to get. They make no news. They're totally irrelevant.
Listen
What was
to
the
this.
last news Savannah Guthrie made?
I have no idea.
Of course you don't. What was the last news?
You got to say it right. Savannah Guthrie?
Interview Robin Roberts had. Who knows?
I don't ever watch it.
Who has more
Any of it.
influence?
I don't have a Robin Roberts impression. I'd get fired.
Wolf Blitzer or Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro.
It's just a new world. They're well on their way to the end.
It is the truth of the matter, as that it is. This actually is the new way of things. I'm not saying, I have some giant following or I'm not Ben Shapiro, but this is the new way of this. Nobody's going to be tuning into Wolf Blitzer to see analysis of the inauguration, and nobody cares. Everything will be live streamed. And if it's still live streamed, even if ABC, NBC, let me put it this way. If ABC, any of the NBC networks, any of the Fox networks, any of the alphabets, if they try to come around and join the streaming parade, like we're going to stream this, we're going to get ahead of this, and the Shapiros and the Mike Russells and everybody else's, we're going to get ahead of this. And they will have the George Stephan envelopes, the freaking, all these dumb, slappy Wolf Blitzers and iRobot Caitlin Collins. They'll have them doing this. The Savannah Guthries, Willie Geist, they will have them all doing the streaming services. And then they will realize the same thing they realized when they tried to do CNN Plus, the pay service. When they brought in, they tried to have Don Lemon have his own show. Everybody had their own show on there. And it went away like that. $1 billion spent went away in days. Because they have to, they don't realize, because their arrogance doesn't let them realize, allow them to see that it's the people that are talking and reading the teleprompters that we don't like or trust, period. We don't trust their newsrooms. We don't trust their directors, their producers. We don't trust the executive teams. We don't trust that. It's not the medium of cable or terrestrial TV. It's not. It quite literally is that we have zero trust in that system now. It's over. It is over. Listen, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't. But I'm coming around now to the streams. I'm digging that. I'm just not a podcast guy. I appreciate you listening to my podcast. I'm just not a big podcast dude. But I understand that that's the way I'm going to get my information, period. And I have to find a group that I trust. But again, it's not like, oh, this guy's a TV show host. He should have a podcast or he should have a stream. Okay. I have a signed edition of his cookbook in my kitchen right now, thanks to Tequila Jim. One of the best outdoor TV personalities in the history of outdoor TV personalities is still on, is Steve Ranella from Meat Eater. I tried to watch a stream podcast that he had. What? Oh, God. It doesn't mean you can do this. So when the alphabets wake up and realize that there's a new medium, it's far too late. It just is. SSDS. Same. Yep, that's right, man. Yeah. Same stuff, different station. I'll go there. Same ship. I like that. What it done there. Yeah. And nobody can watch him anymore. It's just absolutely absurd. It is like watching that debate. I was, me and Queen Bee are two different, we're different politically. So I watched it at my house. She watched it at her house. And then I got to the point where I was like, I'm done watching this. This is stupid. This is just dumb. I said, I'm going to take a shower and come over. And she's like, well, I'm going to watch it till the end. I'm like, okay, let me know when it ends. Like, I cannot stomach what I'm watching. I really can't stomach what I'm watching. So it's going bye-bye. It's going the way of the dodo bird, the way one of my old friends in radio, which I hate passionately, says, I don't hate a lot of people. He's one of them. Says to go the way of the buggy whip. So it's true. It is very, very true. I got to find something that'll go the way of. And believe it or not, this was not your decompression session.
Eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating.
That wasn't your decompression session, believe it or not. But I'm going to be playing that on a loop. Oh, I love it. The problem is, Grizz. Grizz, stop goading me, my man. Everything's just fine. I don't need help. Thank you, sir. Let's get to your decompression session. I've done complete shows. Rob and I have done complete podcast on one topic. Can you make movies and TV shows like we had? Can you make Gen X TV shows and movies? Can you do that? Can we make Blazing Saddles again? No. This is just no. One of the reasons why, and I dig that, my kids were in like the DC shoes and shirts and stuff like that. I like Rob Dyrdek. He's an entertaining young man. He's an entrepreneur. He's a self-made dude, skater, good guy. But he ripped off his show. His show Ridiculousness on MTV is a just wholesale ripoff. It's theft of the one that actually did it right, and that is Tosh. Tosh.0 is probably one of the funniest damn people in shows I've ever seen. If you don't know what it is, Tosh does a few bits, but he was the first reaction. He'd play videos from the internet and react. And it was hilarious. His stand-up here started with a line, one line. Easy, Brendan, don't go there. Yes, the sheriff is near. So he had a stand-up. Tosh had a stand-up here at Gamage. And the opening lines could be racist and offensive. It would never pull off today. So wait a second. Tosh ripped that show. Oh, did he really rip that show? Good for him. I hope he did, because he only do it in the way that Tosh could. And he ripped Ridiculousness. I mean, that's just wholesale. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so here's a clip from back in the day. This was a few years ago, but it's just resurfaced, and it's absolutely hilarious. It is your decompression session. It is everything that offends people. Here we go.
Just to raise your hand whenever you feel the term I use is offensive. Cream jockey. Okay. Water flaps. Here comes a pack of water flaps. Lock up your dogs.
Uh-oh, no, that doesn't sound good. Yeah.
Okay, now keep in mind, he's just making up words. He's putting words together and seeing if they would offend people.
Doesn't sound good.
Okay. Sugar taster.
That's a little offensive.
What do you think sugar taster means?
I don't know. I don't know why you think that he tastes sugar.
Why do you keep pointing to the black person?
That's what I want.
They?
I want
Saddle shins.
Saddle shin, what that mean?
Bunch of stinking saddle shins.
Using sentence.
I just did.
That was sentence?
Yes. Clink clunk.
Clink clunk.
Clink clunk.
Oh, she's mad.
We did the railroad and we did all that work, and then you come back to use this kind of term?
Okay, that is not directed toward anyone. It's just the word clink clunk.
Well, I don't like it.
Sounds kind of offensive.
Okay. This is all good research, guys. Thank you. Biscuit neck. God help us if we ever have a biscuit neck in the White House. Why did biscuit neck offend you?
I don't know. You shouldn't say that.
You shouldn't say biscuit neck. You guys
I thought it was something against whites.
You thought biscuit neck was negative toward whites.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Spoon face.
I don't like that. Why? Because lots of Asians got round face and they might think you're talking about them.
Why? But I think of a spoon, I think of concave. I think it's an Asian slam, huh? Spoon face.
Yeah, because...
Spoon face. Apple picker.
apple picker.
Why are you offended by apple picker?
Because no one called me an apple picker.
What if you were to pick an apple?
I'm still not an apple picker.
Let me find one that you are okay. Which one can I call you? Hinto?
No.
Water flaps?
No.
Ginbird?
No.
Bucket ducker?
No.
Dirty legs?
Nah.
What about door donkey?
Hell no.
You fine with tan eyes?
To a degree.
No, tan eyes it is.
Tan eyes.
Well, thank you all for your time. You can collect your $10 on your way out.
Everybody's offended by everything that just kind of sounds offensive. I'm offended by that because that sounds offensive. Why? Because it sounds offensive. Oh my goodness sakes. Cracker Barrel. I gotta do some research on Cracker Barrel, by the way. Because I don't remember, because it was the great Oracle, Chris Rock, who talked about Cracker Barrel. And I think Cracker Barrel, the founders of Cracker Barrel were black. If I remember that from a stand-up, it could be completely wrong, but he goes, it puts a whole new spin on the name now, doesn't it? But maybe he said, what if the founders of Cracker Barrel were, yeah. So I'll do some research on that. I'm a grow up to be an apple picker. Do you know, here's your fun fact, Rhonda, you're gonna jump on this one. The reason why Apple Computers, that company is called Apple, because every summer, the great founder Steve Jobs worked in an apple orchard. He was pick apples, and for I don't know the extent of time, but he was an appletarian, would only eat different types of apples. That's it, until his body became so sickly that he had to get away from that. Yeah. Porch Rocker recently, yeah. What I've seen that, yeah. But that sounds like Sam has to become Porch Rocker. But that's, I'm telling you, that would offend somebody. Can I call you a porch rocker? No, you can't. Except you're a rocking chair on the porch. You're a porch rocker, whatever. Yeah, everybody's got to be offended by it. Y'all are the best. Y'all are so much fun. I had a great time today. Thank you guys for playing along. Really appreciate it. We're going to do this again tomorrow at noon, like we do on In Other News. Like it, share it, let everybody exit? No? Retweet it? Yeah, whatever. All right. Don't get offended by it, but I got to go. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow at noon. Right.